I say, if this is your first time here, hi, I'm Mana. I am a tarot and oracle card reader, but I am also clairaudient, so I listen to music while I'm looking at cards. So with that being said, I do not own the rights to any of these songs. It's just a random shuffle of songs from one of my playlists. So the first song up is Nine Inch Nails' Hurt. That's such a good song. Got the clear quartz on deck for us today, already ahead on the ritual, but I'll get into that in a little bit. Let me talk about what I'm going to review today. So I pulled cards from Twin Flame Ascension deck, so I have that on deck. I also have some cards from the Soul Truth deck. I am going to be covering a spirit animal today, a coyote, because I got that from the Shaman Oracle deck. Also pulled new cards from the Past Life deck as well. And I have lots of tarot. So plenty to cover today, so there may be two parts to this video. We'll see how fast I can get through it. So let me go ahead and do the ritual real quick for those of you that don't know. And welcome back for the ones that do know. Thank you guys for coming back and spending more time with me. But for those of you that don't know, I do a 4-part elemental ritual for protection. And as I've mentioned, I already have some of it going. So I have our pink candle burning for you guys, which is unconditional love for yourself and universal love for everyone else. Still working with the green opal, rose quartz, or rose quartz, malachite, and shungite. And like I said, today I have the clear quartz as extra because I really, really want this energy to get out there to you guys. Got my incense for another element of fire. So we have earth, fire, wind or air. Put that there for you guys. And also a clove, because I am communicating with you guys. So earth, fire, wind, and Florida water. Water, go planet. And once again today, the planet is going. If I didn't have any music on, you'd probably hear the wind like going crazy in the background. But let's start. I'm gonna start with reviewing the spirit animal first. So if you're looking for the tarot, that's probably going to be more towards the end. Just fast forward through. But like I said, I have a lot of decks to go through. So stick around. I might entertain you. You might hear something you like. So the coyote, and the number at the top is 12. I will also read that angel number, but 12 singles down to 3, and 3 are the ascendant masters. So the coyote is a symbol of adaptability, resourcefulness, cunning, and curiosity. Native American mythology, it represents a balance between wisdom and foolishness. It's here to teach us to embrace change and unpredictability in life. When it appears, it's here to tell you that you're taking life much too seriously, or that you're putting up a facade and that needs to come down. So authenticity, as always, I always tell you guys this constantly. Be authentically who you are. Don't put the front up. It's exhausting, 1. 2, you want to attract people into your life that authentically appreciate you and accept you for who you are. Like, this is the time of authenticity, of having the people come into your life that are meant to be in your life, that are going to love you and support you and not hurt you. So the best way to filter out people is to be who you authentically are. The coyote invites you to laugh at whatever comes your way, because there are going to be some challenges. I mean, no matter how smoothly life goes or how much growth you've done, there's always going to be things that are going to pop up sooner or later. Challenges and obstacles that are going to test you to make sure you have grown, that you have healed from your past. So you're not allowing yourself to fall into negative patterns or negative energy and staying there, having things taken away from you because of that, in essence, hurting yourself. So the coyote is telling you that when you do have those obstacles pop up in your life, Find a way to laugh at it, to know that you have the strength and the wisdom and that you can overcome anything. I used to have this thing that whenever I would reach my breaking point, I'd always just be like, all I can do is laugh. Because at that point, I was so exhausted with the situation that it was just like almost hysterically laughing at the situation and the fact of how I was feeling. So maybe not maniacally crazy laughing about yourself or the situation, but maybe being a little bit more lighthearted and not taking it so seriously. Remember, we are a tiny, tiny speck in the vastness of everything. Sometimes what you think is a major problem is just kind of blown out of proportion for the moment. So try to find a lightheartedness to life to kind of curve it. Now, obviously, if it's something major, then, you know, laughter, 555, big changes, by the way. Laughter is good for the soul, but it's not going to cure everything. But it'll definitely make things a little bit more lighthearted. And chances are, if you are a person that is a child of trauma, or you've been through hard times in your life, you probably have a sense of humor. Probably a pretty dark sense of humor, but you do have a sense of humor to get yourself through things. So maybe rely on that a little bit. In Japanese and Korean folklore, the white coyote is a symbol of good and is seen as a positive omen. However, in Navajo, they believe that if it crosses your path, that you need to turn back. It's a bad omen and a symbol of trickster. They are people that have the coyote as their spirit animal, and this is Chevelle the Red, are extremely intelligent. They're strong, agile, wise. On the flip side, they could be deceptive, but they're observant and patient people. In many Native American tribes, the coyote is seen as a teacher to help humans develop their morals by teaching them what not to do. So the coyote is a strong omen right now for some of you guys to maybe wake up a little bit. The coyote is also an omen of unfortunate events or things in your path or near future. So there's the obstacles popping up again, maybe obstacles within yourself and working on getting rid of some negative behaviors, living more in your authentic power, maybe getting rid of some people, a situation. The coyote, the spiritual significance of the coyote is that you should take a look within, to not take life so seriously, lighten up, and learn to laugh at yourself, even when you make mistakes. It's a reminder that anything we do to others will come back to us, good or bad. So whatever you put out into the world is coming back to you, and that's supposed to be a very big thing going into 2025, the year of the snake. Review previous readings if you want to know more. If I have more time, I may review it. If you see a coyote in tarot, so here you go. It means innovation, fun-loving, humorous, and wise. It's a reminder for you to stay sharp, be observant, befriend your humor, because it will get you through times, and don't forget who you are. Please don't forget who you are. If you've been here, you should already know who the hell you are. You are a divine priest or a divine priestess, high priestess, high priest. All of that. And that high upper world energy, that's where we want to be. The coyote also tells you that life experience offers the best wisdom of all, so take a chance and trust yourself. So now is the time to take chances, especially on yourself and your passion and the things that are going to make you happy, releasing the past and trusting yourself and your intuition. Negative qualities of the coyote are gluttony, greed, impatience, and selfishness. So if you have any of those qualities, the coyote may be a sign right now to tell you to work on those things. Because remember, whatever you're putting out into the world is going to be reflected back to you. So since I'm already doing those cards, let's just jump into them. And they are the Mystical Shaman Oracle cards. Tonight my voice has got this pubescent high crack to it, so maybe new beginnings. First card, many paths. Yes, collective, you have many paths. Lots of you guys have a lot of options going on in your life, whether that be, you know, maybe you wanting to switch up your career. Maybe you are starting a new love life or ending one. You're ending cycles that you've been through, healing child wounds. The sky is the limit. Previous card said big changes coming in fast. And so those many paths could take you anywhere you want to go. It's whatever you're deciding to focus on and whatever you're deciding to take into the next stage of your life with you. So many paths, and the number at the top is 34. And that reminds me, I was supposed to read the number for the coyote, but we'll get to that. So 34, and it singles down to 7, and 7 is the number for you. So yes, work on yourself at this time. Absolutely. This is Papa Roach scars. And maybe some of you guys are dealing with some scars from your past at this time. You still are trying very hard. And that's the thing about it. It's a lifelong process. Even when you do heal and you do have those scars, like I mentioned previously, 1111, instant manifestation. So make sure your thoughts are staying positive as possible. But when you are dealing with those scars, there are things that come up in life that naturally pick at them, that make them reopen up a little bit. That's where the growth comes from. That's where the wisdom and the healing comes from, so that when those times do come up and they trigger you to feel emotions you used to feel, or make you possibly revert back to behavior that you used to have, like your natural fight or flight, what got you through things, behavior that you had to unlearn a little bit. That's when you're going to find out how many paths you really have. Because you're training your brain, one, to have new pathways of thinking. You're opening your heart and learning new ways to give and receive love. So that's going to open up a lot of paths as well. But 34, your prayers are heard and answered by the angels and ascended masters who are with you right now. 1221 palindromes. That's amazing. So instant manifestation for soul ties. So work on that. Maybe your soul tie connection with your spiritual connection at this time. That has been something that's been heavily mentioned. They keep coming through the messages and telling you guys to please connect with them. They want to help you stay in that high vibrational energy, so that when you can't do it for yourself, and case in point, here's the next card. He said it, go fix yourself. And that starts by having that strong foundation, breaking yourself down to the bottom and starting over again. Moving on with your own life, putting yourself first. And telling other people, just like he said, I can't help you fix yourself. At least I could say I tried, but I got to move on with my own life. And that's okay. That could be one of the many paths that you're going down. I didn't read 7, but I will real quick. You're on the right path, see? Many paths. The right path for you is the one that you are following yourself, your passions, your faith. Putting your heart first, tearing your heart open for your wants and desires. So you're on the right path, and the outcome will exceed your expectations. The number 7 is a sign that divine magic is supporting you and opening doors of opportunity. And as previously mentioned, 34 told you that the angels and ascended masters are there with you. They want to help you. With the next card being that, your foundation, your spiritual connection, your base, when it's just you and no one else. This is Baio, B-A-I-O, called Sister of Pearl. And I heard this song the first time it was on the Umbrella Academy. That's why I have it. I like to get songs from TV and movies sometimes. But yeah, work on your spiritual connection. And at the top, 2. 2 is your soul ties, but in the book, 2 means everything's fine and will continue to be so. Keep believing, especially since your feelings of hope lead to more positive outcomes. So once again, what is with my cracking voice? That upper world, that upper high pitch of excitement, I guess. So everything's fine and will continue to be so. Keep believing, especially since your feelings of hope lead to more positive outcomes. The angels can buoy your faith if you'll ask them for help. So once again, to reiterate, like they said, work on your connection with them. You're in the upper world. You're vibrating there. Chances are you're vibrating there because you've been doing the work and they want to help you stay there. Look at that. So pretty, glistening like a diamond, and that is 59. That is the best way, I'm telling you, living your authenticity, attitude of gratitude, and continuously work on your relationship, your spiritual connections, your religious connections, either or. Some people are spiritual, some religious. But work on that. It is one of the best things you can ever invest in. So, 59. The changes you're going through are bringing you closer to your divine life purpose. You can calm anxieties and you can calm anxieties by spending time on activities related to your spiritual interests. So that could have to do with your passions as well. What are you passionate about? Creativity puts you in that high frequency as well. It's a natural place to be in. When you are connected to your highest frequency, you also are being creative and creating new things to bring into this world, probably out of a place of love or nurturing or for other people. So, and that singles down to be 14 and then 5. So 5 is big changes. 14 means lean upon the angels. There you go again. Lean upon the angels to help you maintain a positive outlook. This will keep your own demeanor optimistic and bright. So they really, really want you to reach out. So we're back to the coyote. I already told you about the coyote as the spirit animal, but the number is 12, so I'll read that now. Keep your thoughts positive about the future, as what you're thinking influences your future. This is a message to keep your faith and hope strong. So once again, work on your faith, because these are strong determining factors right now. 3. Because it singles down to 3. The ascendant masters are helping you. Usually this means an ascendant master you feel close to. For example, Jesus, Kuan Yin, a saint, or some other spiritual religious figure. Or you could be someone that believes more in gods and deities. Whatever applies to you, take it as it resonates. And that's what the next card is about, counsel. Whatever you connect with. Whether you're religious, whether you're spiritual, whether you believe in gods, whether you believe in deities, you have ancestors, ascendant masters, spirit guides, whatever works for you, it is time to call upon that counsel. They keep reiterating it over and over and over again. And just to tell you, because the past life, first card I pulled, spirituality and religion. So today is heavy on your connections with the divine. They're telling you if you want to get where you want to get, they need you to connect with them at this time. This is morning wood. Easy. They can make it easy for you, but you got to connect with them. You want it all? You want it cheap? No, that's not how it's going to go. You got to connect right there. That's how you do it. The number is 11, singles down to 2. Once again, with those connections. See? 2 at the top of your Indian cross. 11, instant manifestations, singles down to 2. They want you to connect. And this is my deity cat. For those of you guys that don't know, my cats all have a role. She is a representation of the divine feminine energy, goddesses and deities. So when she's around, there's usually some type of energy she's trying to protect me from. You'll notice she licks me when she comes up here. But 11... So they desperately want to connect today, as you can see, through the cards and through my cat. Stay positive. Your thoughts are materializing rapidly, so you want to ensure positive outcomes by focusing only on the good within yourselves, others, and the situation. And I already read 2 for you. If you need a reminder, reference back to when I was talking about the Indian cross. So She's very persistent today. The winds of change are coming in, and that's a wonderful thing. Number 69 at the top, which singles down to 9, and that means light workers, please get to work now. Any kind of change, plan, daydream, something, some type of action to show the energy that you want it all. 2022, especially those connections with others, that love. You want it all and you want it easy. Come on. 23, 63. The Ascendant Masters are helping you with the daily aspects of your life. Ask them for help and then be open to receiving the assistance that they bring you in the form of ideas, guidance, and unexpected gifts. So how many times, and I'm going to tell you, that's like, it's just reiterated over and over and over again, but please do stick around. They are very much have a strong message for you today. The angels, the spiritual realm, they are bringing in the winds, blowing. Hey, listen, we're trying to make it easy for you. You need to tap into us. We're here to help you. So 9, get to work, light workers. Like I said, now the number 9 means that you've completed all the prerequisites to achieve your life purpose. Stop procrastinating. It's time to start taking action steps. Even baby steps are useful. So something to get moving down these paths. Like, what is that quote? Something about the hardest step is the first step, or the first step. I don't know, something about the first step in a journey, but you can't start the journey. Yes, like they said, and this is Griftwood by Ghost. You can't start the journey down the path until you take the step. So take some type of step, some type of motion moving, and let the universe know that you're ready. Here, thunder, waking you up, alarming you, telling you, now, get to work. 2212, soul tie connections instantly manifesting if you get to work. This is the alarm ringing. 56 singles down to 11. Excuse me, 11. And I've already done 11 and 2. So another reiteration of the same numbers. Yes. All right, 56. As you go through changes with your home life, career, and relationships, which are all supposed to be changing next year, big changes if you want it. As you go through changes with your home life, career, and relationships, stay focused on your inner spirit's growth. Find the blessing within each change you're experiencing. So once again, attitude of gratitude. And maybe one of those things you're being thankful for is your spiritual connection, because gratitude goes a long way, even in the spiritual realm. Don't let yourself spiral out of control. Especially if you feel yourself spiraling out of control or reverting back to past patterns, call upon them. Immediately do so. They're there, I'm telling you. 2332, there you go. Palindrome reflecting relationships. 2, soul ties. 3, with the Ascendant Masters. Once again, they are telling you through numbers, through cards, through me, through songs, like, don't, if some of you guys are spiraling or feel yourself falling backwards at this time, now is the time to tap into that relationship. 50 singles down to 5, because the 5 is meaning big changes coming in. Get to work. 50, God is helping you to change your life in helpful new ways, but you gotta be open to it, and you gotta be open to the communication. The wisdom, the magic of tapping into yourself and things unseen, things that we were told maybe not to believe in. Now is the time to believe in the impossible and the things that we were told were make-believe. That's how you tap into what is possible for you. It's only impossible until it's your reality, right? Think about the things we have in technology, for example. At some point in time, somebody thought that was a dream and everybody else was like, you're crazy. Now you guys are watching me through a box and you can access everything. It is floating through the air, Wi-Fi. You can't see it, but it's making this happen. So if that can happen, why can't other things happen? Wisdom, magic. Tap into it. And this card keeps popping up, so it's very much telling you, you are magical. Single down to be 4, which are the angels. 13, the ascended masters such as Jesus, Kuan Yin, and so on, meaning the deities or the goddesses, gods, whatever, are with you, helping you maintain a positive outlook. If you are calling upon them, yes, absolutely they are. The number 13 signifies that female ascended masters and goddesses are assisting you to stay positive. So yes, if you need some, just to recent ones that have popped up, Hecate, Sekhmet, that's Sekhmet. God, there's so many of them. Just look into mythology having to do with Egypt, Greco-Roman, Atlantis, Celtic. Morgan, the Morgans, they work through crows. So they are ascendant masters, dark divine feminine energy, ready to balance out this imbalance of energy that we have within ourselves and collectively within this world. So tap into your wisdom and your magic and remember who the hell you are. Come on now. I'll read you 4 real quick. The angels are with you. They send you the number 4 to reassure you that they have heard your prayers and are helping you. Yes, once again, if you were talking to them, they are. 21, singles down to 3. We already did 3, so you already know. Gather. Gather your resources, gather your strength, gather your circle of people, gather your spiritual connection and team. You have so many ancestors waiting to help you. So many angels, ascendant masters, deities, whatever. But you have to put yourself out there and build these connections and gather this to be able to access it. They're not just going to show up. You have to do the work, do the research, you know. This is Sum 41 still waiting. They're still waiting. They are waiting for you to gather up the strength, the courage, and the time for them right now, apparently. They're like, come on, we're ready. Why are we still waiting on you? We want you to witness us so you can get the changes in your life. Let me read 21 real quick. 21, your optimism is definitely warranted. The angels are working behind the scenes on your behalf. See, they're doing the work for you. The least you can do is talk to them and say, hey, what's up? Thanks. Or if you're having a trying time, be like, I need you guys. This is what's going on. Maybe you can give me some insight. Can you show me the way? Don't be like, why is this happening to me? Say, can you make me understand, or can you help me understand which direction I should go? Something along those lines. Be grateful for them. Treat them like a regular relationship. They're trying to build that with you. So gather up the time to do that. You can help support the angels' work by saying positive affirmations and believing that your dream is already manifesting. So help them help you manifest what you want. They want to do it. They want you to witness all the glory that the world has to give you, all the love that is out there, all the opportunities, but you got to do the work. You know what I'm saying? 64, singles down to 10, completion. It's the time of completion. 1, instant manifestations. So it's time to witness the old you go. Let them go. Forgive them. Thank them for what they did and where they got you. And then witness who you are and how you changed. And then do the work and witness your life unfold into everything that you ever could have imagined. And maybe even more. You won't still be waiting. You'll be living that life. Witnessing it in real time. 64. You are fully supported by the angels in every area of your life. As mentioned before, they want to give it all to you. They're not asking you for that much. They're really not. Give any fears and worries to the angels and ask them for any assistance that you need right now. Because as mentioned earlier, they're in the background trying to make it happen for you. Trying to help you get down these many paths. This is Mikey Echo. Mikkyeekko, and it's called Who Are You Really? That's a good question. Who are you really? Authentically, who are you really? What do you really want? What does your life look to you? Who are you really? And where are you going? Let me see these lyrics for you real quick. Who are you really and where are you going? I have nothing left to prove because I have nothing left to lose. See me bare my teeth for you. Who are you really? So maybe you're in that coyote energy, ready to bare your teeth right now. You're like, this is who the hell I am. I'm ready to go down these paths now. I'm in this upper world energy and I'm ready to go. Come on now. All right, next. Let's move into something a little different. And then I'll come back to the past life oracle. So we are going to go into some self-reflection with the soul truth. And thank you guys for still being here with me at this time. First one, am I apologizing for my truth? What part of you is apologizing for your truth and why? Today's soul action. Today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There's room for all of us. Today's mantra, courage is contagious. So yes, that's you living in your authenticity. Herd mentality sometimes in human beings. Other people don't want to do it till they see other people do it. That might be you. You might be a light worker. It literally said, be the lighthouse that shines. So you be the lighthouse for yourself and others, especially if you've been through it and you are a light worker. That's why we're here. 3222, Ascendant Masters, Soul Ties. That squeaky voice though. This is Sleep Token, DYWTYLM, and it means, do you wish that you loved me? And it's a song actually about him singing to himself. Look into it. This is some soul reflection. Perfect song for this. Are you apologizing for things that you don't need to be apologizing for because you're living against your authentic self? Do you wish that you loved yourself more? Think about that. What if it isn't true? The thing you're telling yourself right now, the concrete reason why you can't think you don't, the concrete reasons why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, and you're not enough, or that's not for you. What if it wasn't true? What if all of that wasn't true? The things you keep telling yourself in your head, that you don't belong someplace, you can't do it, you won't get there, you're not enough, it's not for you. All that negative self-talk that you've done with yourself because of your past situations, the things you haven't healed, the things other people have said or done to you that have ingrained that in you. What if it isn't true? Today's soul action. It's time for a soul chat. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within yourself. So this is a time to connect with yourself and your spiritual connection. What if it isn't true? What else might be possible? Like, serious. Like, what if all of that isn't really true? What else could be possible for you in your life? Think about that. What if you just stop apologizing for being who you are and stop all these negative thought patterns in your head, because they're not true. It's not what if they're not true. They're not true. Period. They're not true. And that's where you need to rely on that spiritual and religious connection. So you can go down the many paths that don't make you feel these way, that don't make you feel like you need to apologize for what you want out of life, what makes you happy, and what makes you authentically who you are. Time to trust in yourself. Journal your answer. What lie do I need to let go of to reach my soul's truth? And that's another layer of doing it, but maybe just first start with thinking about that. Look at yourself in the mirror maybe and ask yourself these questions. Really look at yourself. It's called mirror work. And if you can't do that, then that means you have some healing to do. Look at yourself in the mirror like talking to another person and ask yourself these questions. Do you wish that you loved yourself more so you didn't have to apologize? So that you could find the answers within yourself to know that all of this stuff isn't true. What risk can I take today? Be not mistaken. You will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. So, yep, you're going to have to do some big things, take some risks, mainly on yourself. This is the Smiths. Still 3. So still ill. I don't know why it's written like 3, but he says still ill. Don't be still ill. Come on now, work on yourself and your spirituality and your growth. What risk can you do to help yourself heal and go down those many paths? Be not mistaken, you will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. You will have to take big, scary leaps. But do not fret because your soul has wings, especially if you are working on this. You are magical, you are powerful, you got it. Today's soul action. What risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. Commit to yourself. What do you want? What do your dreams look like? What are you passionate about? No more thinking, only doing. Be brave and courageous and you will discover what you're really made of. And like the baby steps thing, if you can't jump big and make big moves now, because this is supposed to be things happening next year, 2025, like I've predicted, early spring. Now is the time to rest and make plans for these big moves that you're going to make. So in the meantime, plan, journal, daydream, make a vision board, something just to keep yourself motivated. Write things on your mirror in your bathroom so you can read them every day when you're doing the mirror work. Leave yourself little notes around the house. If you're ADHD, you probably do stuff like that already anyway. So just incorporate some mantras, some affirmations. They work wonders. I'm speaking from experience here. So what risk can you take to help the universe help you move forward? Am I focused on what I'm losing or gaining? It's a good question. Are you going through some change? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? Because there's a lot of indecision happening right now, and some of you guys are not making choices because you're scared of what you're going to lose, but not realizing what you're going to gain. How much is waiting for you? So much more. What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Like I just said, endings are actually new beginnings. As mentioned, you have to let go of the old to receive the new. You have to make room for it to come into your life. So you need to get rid of the things that no longer serve purpose for you, the things that are going to take you back into that low frequency. You don't want to be there anymore. And sometimes, as hard as that is to face, that's people, that's jobs, that's living situations. Whatever you need to make adjustments for in your life to get yourself moving and tap into that relationship. If you just feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, tap into yourself, your intuition. You have all the answers you need within yourself. Seriously, you really do. So, today's soul action. Today, make a list of all the things you will gain from the change you're going through. Fill your heart take a breath, and deepen into trust. Amazing things are coming. Trust your intuition. You already know. This is just a confirmation for you, a sign just being like, yes, you're doing what you need to do. You know whether or not you're going through the cycle. You can feel it. This is Queens of the Stone Age, the way you used to do. Love yourself the way you used to do, if you ever did. If you didn't, what better time than now? Am I consistently showing up? And that's one way you can love yourself. Are you consistently showing up for yourself? Are you consistently showing up for the world so you can receive these opportunities and these many paths to walk down? Are you experiencing a mountain of fear? Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? So are you stagnant right now? You're feeling stagnant about life? The juicy secret is that you are the boss of fear. You're unstoppable, but it's up to you to see that by taking action. So, like I keep mentioning, taking some steps, some movement to prove to the universe that you are ready to go. Some action, some momentum, some movement, anything. It's so much easier to keep going if you're always constantly, slowly doing something. A body at rest stays at rest. Today's soul action. Today, be brave and do it. Scared. Choose one fear and move through it. You're in need of a hero, so that is who you will become. Become your own hero. Become the person that you needed when you were a child so you could be proud of yourself. 4144. Instant manifestations with the angels helping you do so. You are the boss of fear. Own that shit. You're magical. I already told you that. You don't need me to gas you up anymore. But if you do, yes, you're magical. You got this. Be your own hero. Be the hero in your story. Choose to be brave even when you're scared. What is that saying? Courage is the absence of fear. Something like that. I'm just having a hard time remembering quotes. But like, yeah, be courageous. Cognition fail. Feel free to correct me in the comments. I love your engagement anyway. So, let's get back to these oracles then. Past life oracle cards. Thanks for hanging in there with me and my little brain glitch in real time. So, spiritual and religious connection. What is going on? What is happening? The connection is severing right now for me. Maybe I need to get into that after I'm done with this. Even though I'm constantly doing it. But your spiritual and religious connection, collective, you guys should be working on that. Talk of finances changing in the future. It's been brought up many, many times. Make the plan so that you are proactively doing something about helping that develop in the future. You do not want to fall into a situation to where you just are being impulsive and not having any kind of direction that you want to go into. You want this money that's going to be coming into your life to last. Pluto in Aquarius, 20 years. Let that money last for the rest of your life into your retirement. You can have generational wealth that you're passing down instead of generational trauma. You know what I'm saying? Monk or nun. So when I saw this, it immediately made me think about the spiritual connection again. No one's saying that you got to go that deep into being a monk or a nun about it, but you do need to develop a little bit more discipline about it. This is REM Orange Crush. So start working on that. This is a sign that your spiritual connection could be a lot stronger than what it already is. Continuously work on it. It's an important relationship. I work on it all the time, and I still feel like I can work on it more. Love, once again, I keep putting it back in the deck and it keeps coming back. So yes, love. Right now, love for yourself, love for your spiritual team and your spiritual connection. Love for the circle of people around you right now that are investing in you, want to see you win, people that you feel like you can take forward with you into the future. Love if you do have romance for your children, of course, pets. Any kind of relationship that is reciprocal for you at this point in your life, invest into that. That is where the true wealth, and who knows, could also lead you to financial abundance as well. But there's also supposed to be a lot of love in the future moving through relationships, friendships, families, career, just all across the board, any shape and form you could think of, love is supposed to be happening in the future. Right now, some of you might feel a little orphaned, and that's probably why the cards have been hitting so heavily about working on the spiritual connection. Some of you guys may be feeling like you're out on a limb by yourself right now. You don't know what the hell is going on, but you need something. You need someone there to lift you up, to show you some love, to believe in you and have faith in you for a change. I'm telling you. They always believe in you. They always have faith in you. And they are always moving mountains in the background trying to get you what you want. But you gotta help them help you. So you're never alone. Also see this card and it makes me think of how some of you guys may have felt alone and orphaned in your childhood. Still working on those inner childhood wounds. Like I said, lifelong process. But learn to love yourself. To believe you are worthy, because you are. They will make you feel so. Work on that. Communal living. This is where it comes back to community and finding those soul ties, that love. So you do have that circle of people within your foundation. That communal living life. And it doesn't necessarily mean you guys want to live on a commune with each other to have all that going on. But some of us do. I would love that, for example. If I had the financial means to, I would love to have a lot of property and a lot of like-minded people, and us all collectively live together, grow together, learn from each other, and just work on spreading this love, God consciousness around. That's a dream to me. Maybe some of you guys don't feel that way, but you can find communal living within your life, no matter where it's at. City, country, wherever. Find your circle of people, those people you can trust to let inside of your strong foundation that you worked on so hard from loving yourself and that spiritual connection that you had. That's a very sacred place to let people into. For the longest, it's just been you, you know? So have some discernment about who you allow into that space as well. All right. So I'm at 4801. That's angels, abundance, new beginnings, instantly manifesting. So I think I'm going to go into this twin flame. I might not read them all because I still like to get to these. So the first one is acknowledging, taking responsibility. And that means self-reflection time. Maybe looking at yourself and seeing how you contributed to where you are at right now. Like, it's all one thing to point the finger at somebody else, and you may have had someone do something to you in your past. This is royal blood typhoons. So someone could have came into your life like a typhoon and really just messed you up real bad. They could have been, and I have these cards in here, they could have been a karmic relationship or a false twin flame and had you believing things, making vows and promises to you only to end up breaking them in the end. But you also have to acknowledge and take responsibility for what part you played in that. That is part of the healing process when it comes to moving forward with relationships. Whether they were karmic relationships, fake twin flame relationships, and karmic relationships have to do across the board. Twin flame, obviously romance, but whether it's friends, family, partnerships, through business, colleagues at work, whatever, people outside of yourself and people that you have romantic relationships with, it's time to acknowledge and take responsibility for what part you played within those relationships. Of course they played parts. And some of those relationships, they burned the hell out of you. Burnt the wings right the fuck off of you. But just like the phoenix, you're rising from those ashes. See, intense change. Yeah, they might have burned you up a little bit. If you're an empath, absolutely, they burned you up. And that probably sent you through a massive spiritual awakening because of that. So intense change for you. Phoenix rising from the ashes, especially if you're learning to take responsibility and heal yourself from that situation. Or these karmic relationships. Look, releasing the past. Doing the work, taking responsibility, accepting the changes, and releasing the past. By doing that, you're reprogramming your soul. You're releasing the past. You're raising your vibration, your consciousness, and you're reclaiming your power. And remembering who the hell you are, leading from your heart space, not in that ego, leading from your heart, giving yourself that forgiveness and that love. And also extending it out to other people that are willing to reciprocate it for you by releasing the past. And the other people that weren't willing to do that for you, you are opening the doorway, the portal for others that want to take responsibility for themselves and their actions and come in with that intense change and maybe possibly be the real twin flame, the real love that's supposed to be coming all through, that's been mentioned time and time and time again. Release the old, the fake twin flames, the karmic relationships. Release them so you could find the real. And when you do that, you're going to have a breakthrough. You're processing your karmic debts. So some of you guys may have already had your tower moments, learned your lessons. That's where the wisdom and all of that stuff came from. You had to have that moment. You had to have that breakthrough. That moment where you had to just go all the way down. That spiraling moment. And this is 9 point that day. Yeah, we all had that day. If you're in the collective, we all had that spiraling ass day that took us down, and we had to witness what the hell we had become and how in the hell did we get there. What path did we take to lead us there? And had to find that counsel within ourselves to seek the winds of change. Had to get the warning loud and clear within our face. That day, you had to find the strength within yourself to start building on that connection, to find that magic and that wisdom within yourself, to gather yourself up so you can have that breakthrough. That day when everything changed, you had that breakthrough. So now you're learning to have that soul merger. You're going with the ebb and flow of life. You're trying to heal yourself, connecting with your past versions of yourself with the present version so you can ascend up, healing the different levels within yourself, clearing the blockages. And some of us still are. Root all of that. Root all the way up to crown. You need to learn how to figure out what's blocking you and release that. Go with the ebb and flow of life. It wants to take you down the right path. Don't fight it. Your intuition is telling you exactly what you need to release. It's telling you probably if you're in a negative state of being that you need to raise that vibration. And the way you can do that is release your past. Gather yourself up in that wisdom and that magic and work on that spiritual connection. Find those people that you can have that life to live with and love. Lastly, the electric creative expression. And as I mentioned earlier, the easiest way to get into your creative energy is to have that connection, that spiritual connection to help you, that spiritual religious connection to help you raise up so you can use that wisdom and that magic to be creative. As I've mentioned many times in other readings, creative people, nurturing people, you guys are going to be front and center moving into the future. Your gifts, your time is coming to step up and be in it. All right, so finally on to the tarot, which some of you guys have probably been waiting the entire time for. All right, so first card up is the Page of Swords, Curiosity. 5501, big changes, new beginnings, instantly manifesting. Yeah, you guys are curious about it. Of course it is. Significant information, logic, fairness, ideas, inspiration, planning, vigilance, protection, and dexterity. One who is calculating and concerned about the feelings of others. One who is mentally quick and subtle. Those who are both mentally and physically dexterous. So this sounds like some collective energy right here. This is Hailstorm. I miss the misery. I hope you guys don't miss the misery. You're supposed to be leaving that shit in the past. Because remember, you're over here curious about what else is happening in life. And I don't blame you because you should be. You got that high priest energy, that divine shit. Like, no, you're in that upper world. I'm telling you, like she said. Come on, the winds of change. Coyote is here to warn you not to slip back into that, not to spiral back into that shit. You already did that. You already witnessed what happens when you allow yourself to go there. You're not there anymore. You're in the upper world. Remember, getting ready to go down all these different paths. Let that shit go. Be curious about all this. That's what you need to be curious about. So take this time to think about what you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to be, you know? Like, it says you're calculating, so that could be part of it. But you're also concerned about other people's feelings, and that's very, very, like, kind of you, for sure, with this love energy coming into play. Hopefully you get the relationships that reciprocate that back to you, because kindness... Especially if you're an empath, please learn that discernment. Work on that spiritual relationship so you can have that discernment. You're going to be tested in the future, especially when you start getting all this stuff over here that you're supposed to be getting. This financial wealth, for example. You need to have some discernment about people that may be coming into your life. Next one, Reverse Magician, block creativity, not learning from past mistakes, feigned expertise, weakness, indecision, frustration, and delays. And I was literally just talking about this. Yes, be curious about what you have coming into your life and yourself, but also be curious about these people that are obviously going to be circulating around at some point in time, or maybe they're right now, trying to block your creativity. And that could be why they're asking you to have a stronger connection with your faith at this time, because you got people out there trying to block your creativity, trying to bring you down and make you feel like you don't have anybody in your life. No, because watch, when this starts falling around, they're going to start trying to come around again and trying to act like they've been there for you the whole entire time. But nope, 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 nope. Gather that wisdom and that discernment to know better. Do not miss the misery. Let it go. And this is Linkin Park paper cut. Exactly. Even if you got to use a piece of paper to cut that shit out of your life, they got to go. Blocking creativity. Please learn from your past. This is hopefully not the collective's energy, but this may be somebody trying to pull you into this energy, or someone that did not learn from past mistakes and they're trying to play all up in your face. All up in it. Because here's the next one, creative expression, Knight of Cups, yes. Romantic proposal. So there we go again with the many paths, and some of those paths being love. Where's that love card at? You guys already know it's there. It's been there for the longest. I love. So romantic proposals, offers, invitations, taking action, following your heart, attraction, dating, affection, your ideal man or woman, an admirable, intelligent young person full of new ideas and proposals. So that's the energy we're supposed to be moving into. The many paths of love and romance. However, like I said, there's somebody trying to come in here, or an energy trying to come in here and block that. And as mentioned, I hope that's not you, and you allowing yourself to fall out of that high vibration that you're supposed to be in right now. Remember, you're electric. You're electric. You have creative expression. So whatever energy is trying to block that, when it's clear, it says it right there. Electric, creative expression, you literally have it. Once again, creative expression twice. The collective's energy is there. Next card. Reverse death card. Inability to move forward. Fear of beginnings. Repeating negative patterns. Resisting change. Dependency. So this is a very either back and forth energy within yourself. And you're having the inability to move forward because you're letting the fears overtake you. You'd rather sit with what you know, even though it's not what's best for you. It could be stifling you and keeping you away from more financial prosperity or a better love. You're just comfortable in it because you're scared of starting over. Or someone in your life is scared of you starting over and having new beginnings. So either way, whether it's your energy or someone else's, if you allow it to take over, it is going to put you into a repeating of negative patterns. Stop resisting the change. And if you have someone that's trying to resist the change that you're trying to go through, then you need to cut them loose and you need to be dependent on yourself and move forward at this time. Next card, King of Cups in reverse. Bad advice. Someone is trying to give you some bad advice. Maybe you aren't listening to your intuition and you are trying to talk yourself out of it. Scheming, fraud. So some of you guys could even be dealing with people that are trying to scheme you or fraud you. Theft has been popping up in a couple of other readings. So some of you guys have some really nasty people in your lives and you need to be aware. Start gathering information. Start gathering proof that this person may be a really, really bad person for you to have in your life that is trying to affect your finances or affect your love in your life some type of way. It says an alcoholic or a drug addict, one who looks out only for himself. So yes, some of you guys may be dealing with someone that has an alcohol problem or they have problems with drugs. Obviously only looking out for themselves. Like I said, maybe stealing from you at this time. Trying to mask and give you bad advice to take the attention off of themselves. Hopefully this is not your energy that you're falling into, of where you're relying too much on drugs and alcohol to cope with the unhealed versions of yourselves or the changes that are happening around you. This is that time maybe why the angels and all of them are asking you to tap into that some, because some of you guys may be starting to slip a little bit. Moderation. It's okay, but moderation. Don't let it get out of control. 9 of Wands. This is Fallout Boy, I don't care. 9 of Wands, resilience, ongoing battle, fatigue, drained of energy, nearly there, close to success, recovery, weariness, survival, perseverance, backbone, learning from the past, failure, gather your strength, fight your corner, last stand. So since this is a very back and forth energy that's been over here, no wonder your ass is exhausted. But you're still resilient. Even if this energy has been you going back and forth between yourself or having someone pulling on your energy, trying to make you, backslide or keep your momentum from progressing, you've been resilient as hell. Moving, trying to get out of that situation. And it's saying now that even though you're tired and you've been dealing with the wars and the battles of everything, you may feel drained at this time, but you're so close to success. And once again, that could be why you need to seek counsel within your spiritual connection, because it's so heavy right now. That resilience, if you feel like you're just fatigued and you don't have anything else left, call upon the angels to give you that extra little bit of oomph, that little bit of strength that you need, that little bit of confidence, love, whatever you need at this time to help you through. 10444. So see the angels, time of completion, the angels. And I'm wrapping this up pretty soon. Clarity. So the resilience you've been through, now you're starting to find some clarity. And this is Lizzo, Truth Hurts. Oh, so clarity and truth hurts. You might be seeing the clarity of this reverse magicians and reverse death card of these people over here trying to stagnate your romantic proposals and your affection and your invitations and all of this stuff over here. They're trying to keep you from getting that information. They don't want you to think logically. They don't want you to have protection or be protected. They want to block your creativity. They don't want you to move on. That's why they keep on clinging on to your energy. And that doesn't mean they're necessarily there in your face. But they're thinking about you. That's for damn sure. But truth hurts starting. Some of y'all needed something more exciting, apparently. People trying to break your heart, play in your face with these fake karmic relationships over here. False twin flame relationships over here. And you're like, nah, I got clarity on all that. I got plenty of clarity on my love life now. Innovative ideas, new plans, intellectual ability, victory, success, clear thinking, breakthroughs, logic, authority, consciousness, revelation, annihilus, strategy, initiative, fairness, resolution, realize the truth, stimulating people. So that's what this song sounds like it's happening. You getting all the ideas, having all the new plans, the new paths. That's the kind of energy you got for them over here. You're like, I'm going to hit you back in a minute. I'm going to hit you back. Knowing you got all this over here. You're like, yeah, done. Having those breakthroughs, thinking logically, having those revelations, because you don't mess with lies. You just keep it moving. You keeping it moving. Good for you. Good for you. The hermit mode. And since this card is popping up and all of this has been popping up as well, that's a reiteration that at this time is the turtle bear energy to where you should naturally be hermiting anyway at this point in time and working on those relationships and your relationship with yourself. So the hermit. And see the number at the top. Once again, 9. Get to work, light workers. Come on. I honor my spiritual self. See? All about that spirituality today. This is Dua Lupe fever. Soul searching, spiritual enlightenment. Self-reflection, introspection, contemplation, inner guidance, solitude, sanctuary, the process of learning for deeper truths. The curtain of the universal being flown through me. Patience is virtue. Which the coyote, one of the things about the coyote was patience. So, coyote, hermit energy right now. That's what you need to be in. Working on your spiritual connection and yourself. Because if you don't, you're going to put yourself back into that hangman energy. Discontentment, apathy, disinterest, stagnation, impulsiveness, negative patterns, and detachment. So I'm telling you what you need to do to find that clarity and have your emotional intelligence. Because, right, that one was reversed. You've been resilient. You've already been through hell and back, chances are. So go ahead and use those swords because you're the page of swords. Find that information that you need. That counsel within your spiritual connections so you can find contentment and not allow yourself in this hangman energy right here, because if you don't, that's what's going to happen. Instead of detaching from the situations completely, you're going to have to face them somewhat to have the healing happen. You may be apathetic or disinterested with this other this other energy over here, though, as mentioned, the reverse magician and the reverse death card, and this, especially this fake ass King of Cups over here with their bad energy, bad advice, alcoholism, drug addict trying to take advantage of you because they know you care about them and you love them, and also messing your finances up. Nah, let them hang themselves. Because if you don't, that's exactly what they're going to do. Because they're in that hangman energy. You messing around with them is what's going to get you in that as well. So be apathetic to the situation, disinterested, not even content with their bullshit a little bit. And in doing so, you're in the moon energy. Yes. 18 singles down to 9 again, so get to work. I will read 18 though. But the moon, use your intuition. There's illusions, dreams, vagueness, instability, deception, and anxiety and fear with misconceptions. Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of that going on if... Where is that card at? If you're doing this, if you believe in those lies and believe in those lies that people told you that weren't true, but that's why you're having that hermit time and having that time of introspection. 111, helping yourself instantly manifest things. So yes, take this time. They're not true. Don't live in anxiety and fear that your mind playing tricks on you or the preconditioning of other people putting their stuff on you, their insecurities on you, their past conditioning affecting your behavior. And that's exactly what it says. Past conditioning affecting present behavior, things not what they seem, which is this card. When I just had it in my hand. Well, you guys saw it. I don't know where it went. Yeah, what if it's not true? Things are not what they seem because they're not true. That anxiety and fear that you live in was probably created from an unstable situation that led you to be deceived by other people's shit. But trust your intuition at this time. It says, the path may not be clear, but my intuition lights the way one step at a time. And that goes back. They really don't want me to get this message out to you today, guys, because I'm not sick or anything, but I'm losing my voice right now. They really don't want you guys to know your potential. Those many paths, like I said, that first step, you might not know exactly where you're going all the way in the end, but just get moving. 18, 9, any steps, get moving. Let me read 18, and then I have one card, and that's it for you guys. But thanks for hanging out and staying with me if you're still here. All right, 18. This song, by the way, is called Life Itself, and it's by the Glass Animals. And this guy and his energy is the type of energy you do not need to have in your life. Talking about staying at home and living with his mom and not doing anything with his life. Like, What do you say? I can't get a job, so I live with my mom. I take her money, but not quite enough. I make my own fun in grandmama's basement. She said I look mad. She said I look wasted. Like, that's that drug, that energy over here I was just talking to you about. That bad advice, scheming, fraud, alcoholic, drug energy. You don't want, that's their life. That's their life itself. Glass animals. Yeah, animals trapped in a damn cage over there. So use your intuition to get away from that shit, please and thank you. 18. Your thoughts are the valve that open and shut your financial flow. We were just talking about finances. As you stay positive, all the material resources you need come to you easily. However, worry can stop this flow. So ask your angels to help you stay upbeat, especially where it concerns money. So once again, work on your spiritual connection. And the last card is Prosperity in reverse. So the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Financial loss, lack of planning, wasted potential, instability, greed, materialism, delayed success, insecurity. So once again, there's that energy. Like I said, either it's you and you're slipping, and that's why the angels are so heavy today, being like, hey, we see you're slipping. We're trying to remind you of what you need to do. And what you need to do is tap into yourself and your healing, make some plans, get some resources gathered together for yourself in the future. Keep yourself in that upper world energy. Do not watch yourself and witness yourself spiral down. This is the warning for you at this time. Also, the coyote warning you at this time. Don't take things so seriously. The winds of change are coming in. You're magical. You got the wisdom. You're not alone. Tap into your spirituality a little bit more. Go with the ebb and flow of life. You're having a breakthrough. Believe that you are, because you are. Stop focusing on what you're losing and start focusing on what you're gaining. Release that past as always. Take responsibility in how you added to the situation. Are you consistently showing up for yourself at this time? You got love coming, but start with loving yourself. You're electric, baby. You got all of it. Stay curious about life. You're finding clarity at this time. Finances are looking favorable as long as you keep using your intuition. Because the battles are nearly over. I know you're tired, but hang in there, because everything that people have been telling you isn't true. You got so many paths ahead of you. Release the past, raise your vibration, reclaim your power. What can you do? What risks can you take? Faith, strong foundation, inner circle, you. Once again, faith. All right, I hope you guys got what you needed in this reading. Thanks for staying with me. My battery's dying too, so another confirmation. This is called Basic Instinct, and it is by The Acid. So we're closing it out at 1:16:54. So instant manifestations, don't worry about finances, give them away. Big changes happening with your angels. I say, guys, I love you. Thanks for hanging in, and I hope you got what you needed. Keep yourself in that high vibrational energy. Gather what you need. You got this. I love you guys.